Wild Time Cooking with Allison Davis is brought to you by Corman Kitchen and Bath.
Welcome back to Midday Kentucky. Chef Allison Davis here in the Wild Time Kitchen over in Chinaway Shops. Hope you guys will join us this year for some cooking classes. And today I am making kind of a Hawaiian staple dish, but this is a great dinner, great go-to lunch option, and very, very healthy. We're talking about those poke bowls, and this is something you can make at home. And I know when you think of Hawaiian food or Asian flavor, sometimes it sounds intimidating to where you might not know how to duplicate that, but this one's very, very simple. So we're starting in our bowl with a little bit of cooked rice. Even so simple, you can buy the steamed in a bag rice where you can get the brown rice or the white rice and just steam it in the microwave, and you've got that ready to go. And then what I have done is I have some ahi tuna, which you can pretty much find at most grocery stores, and we are going to talk about the marinade that's going in that. So I'm going to make the marinade that this has been sitting in for a little bit. So we start with a little soy sauce, and then I add a little rice vinegar. So rice vinegar just adds a little acidity. You could also go with lime juice if you wanted. And then to balance the salt and this vinegar, I like to add a little bit of the sweet chili sauce. And sweet chili sauce is gluten-free, so it's also a nice, thickener and a gluten-free option in your dressing. And then we're just going to touch that with a touch of sesame oil. And that is it. If you want a little bit more spice, you can add some sriracha, but I tend to hold on to the sriracha and just add it on top for a little bit of color. All right, so that is it. Then we may just add a little bit of chopped scallions or green onion into our dressing. And then if you want, you could add a little bit of cilantro. And so that right there is our marinade that we have right here on our tuna. I'll actually just throw a little bit more on there. And then the tuna is just like a sushi grade ahi tuna that's raw, and it is been marinating, and it's just cut into large chunks. Now, if you don't want it raw, I'm just got a pan heated up here, and I'll just kind of give it a little quick sear. That'll just help to kind of cook that tuna slightly, but I would still always serve it kind of at a nice like medium rare. So once that hits the pan, literally in a matter of about 30 seconds to a minute, you're about as far as you want to go on that tuna. Otherwise, it's going to get thick, it's going to get tough, and not be, to me, as flavorful as you would want it. So that is ready to go. Now we're just going to really talk about and kind of focusing on assembling this poke bowl. So we've got some more scallions we can reserve to go on top. I'm going to take a little bit of cucumber here, and we're slice that up, just kind of real thin slices. Before, I've also served this where you could actually purchase kimchi. You could purchase the cucumber kimchi, and it's already seasoned, it's already ready to go, and that makes a great topping as well. So we've got our cucumber on our bowl. I've got some red pepper here, just some fine julienne strips. I've got some snow peas. And again, you can see how we're just kind of layering this bowl with some nice, toppings. Again, this just makes for a really great lunch. And if you had like a Ziploc container that maybe had different compartments, you could make this almost like a bento box where you could, add and kind of mix them together as you like. Lastly, I'm just going to cut a nice fresh avocado for a little bit of fats. We're going to slice that up and serve that right on top. And we are good to go. Taking our tuna here, kind of topping that on the side. Oh, if you could smell all the wonderful flavors here that are working in that. And then we'll just take our green onions right on top, maybe garnish with a little bit of sesame seeds. But you've got a full balanced meal right here. You've got a nice bit of vegetables, you've got some healthy fats, you've got your grains from your rice. And then, like I said, if you want a little bit of heat, maybe top it with a little bit of that sriracha right over the top. And this is done. We're ready to eat. All right, guys. Well, you know where to find this recipe, and I will put this up on middaykentucky.com/recipes tab. I'm Chef Allison Davis. I hope you guys enjoy a poke bowl this winter, and you're watching Midday Kentucky. We'll be right back after this short break.